What is the best hypnotic induction, you ask? Well, tune in because I'm about to show you with examples. Now, let me preface this and not waste your time. If you are looking for the induction to help your clients be hypnotized deeper, then you will not benefit from this video. I'll see you later. However, if your goal is to change someone's life profoundly, then definitely listen up. So, I'm going to give you an example of how my students usually come to me before training. And the main thing that I really help my clients with is to ask very short, precise, and direct questions. We do not fuck around. And this is how you'll induce your clients faster, meaning you will get them into a more unconscious place, more internal space faster. And when they're in their internal state faster, they solve their problems themselves faster. And this has a lot to do with the questions and quality of questions you ask. So short, to the point, direct, ask what you really want to ask. Stop fucking around and just ask the questions that no one else will ask. Easier said than done. So I'm going to give you an example of what not to do and what to do. And so, for example, a client comes to you because they have insomnia and they have trouble falling asleep. Okay. And maybe in the session, a client says, it's just hard. I can't seem to turn off. I am scared to turn off. That should be really like when you're listening to your client saying that, that should really perk your ears up because that is an unusual way to describe a problem. This is what we call an unconscious expression, a metaphorical and also somatic type expression. This is what you want your clients to focus on. So therefore, you want to ask short, direct questions about that in the least amount of words. And so usually when my students come in the trainings and they've never done this before, these are the types of questions they will ask. And I categorize this as like overly trying to explain your question and filling in the blanks type question because they are not comfortable with silence at first type of questions. And this is not, obviously, this is just stated as fact. I am here to help my clients succeed and get better. And so I call this out immediately so that they can learn how to actually best help their clients. And so this is what not to do or not what not to ask a client who just said that they have trouble turning off and that's why they can't sleep. This is the question, okay? Pay attention to how I'm asking the question and what it feels like to receive this question. Okay. So when you feel scared to turn off before bed, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What are your beliefs? Like, what is happening inside you that is hard to turn off? Right? Listen to that. And I've just bombarded you with a gazillion questions and it's long, right? There's like 10 to 15 words in there. What this does, let me ask you this actually. How did that feel receiving that? How did that feel receiving that? Usually, what you will feel is like there's a bit of resistance, right? There's overwhelm. There's so many questions that were asked, and you're going to try to consciously try to answer those questions, which we know is not very helpful for our clients if they're using conscious information, right? And so instead, again, short, precise, direct questions. So compare what I just asked there to this. What are you scared of? That's it. Simple, right? Boom. What are you scared of? And whether or not you have that problem, that will create a hypnotic phenomena in and of itself because it's very short, it's very direct, right? And it really just asks the client's questions with regards to what they're currently experiencing at the moment. It's very direct. Again, we don't fuck around. What are you scared of? Just tell me what you're scared of, right? And this is this preciseness and directness is exactly how I absolutely enjoy working with analytical clients. Because if you ask your questions the first way, where you're just hammering it out like a fucking FBI agent, and you're putting in too many words, your clients are going to match that, right? They're going to match the amount of things you say, and they're going to consciously word vomit shit out, which then just gets you stuck in spinning around the symptom. However, if you learn how to ask short, precise, direct questions, your clients will then be forced to really think about and consider that question, which creates a more internal experience for them, which is going to be more transformational for them. That just makes sense, right? And so this is a skill set like with any other skill set. Right. And that's why when I say inside my trainings, it is demo based. And and when I catch my students blabbing regarding their question, I have them pause and reframe that question into something shorter, because longer questions just creates for more conscious answers versus short direct questions more unconscious. That is the principle that we teach. And of course, if you don't know how to do it, you're not going to know what's wrong, right? You're not going to know how you're going to ask your questions. That's why we have the trainings for a reason. This is something that you're not going to learn just by bookwork. And if you're someone who's really committed to going from good client results to excellent results, even though you're already doing very, very well, how much better can your results be if you had just learned how to ask these questions, and how much more fulfilling will it be for your first 5 to 10 minutes of your sessions and your clients' minds are blown and going through deep levels of transformation already, just because you now know how to ask your questions in a direct manner and know exactly what to look for. So these are what the trainings are all about. This is exactly what I teach. But today, just be mindful of how your questions are. Be direct, get straight to the point. There's no fucking around. We live in a world of a 6-second time span. Okay, people want thorough, deep results fast, and it is possible only if you know what to do. And so I hope this helped and gave you some more clarity on that. Apply this to your next session. Let me know how that goes and keep on changing the world. I'll see you, and let's make an impact one conversation at a time.